Welcome back everyone, it's David Pengilly and this is my 911 RS Backdate project. And for all of those who saw me in my last video, I was a little bit down in the dumps because I'd injured my back. But now I've been to the Chinese therapy centre and I'm a lot more positive about things. I can more or less stand up straight, so with that fresh bit of enthusiasm I've decided to go ahead and recreate some of the interior. So let's just have a quick look. Here's the old door panels. They are made of 3mm hardboard and they are covered with 3mm foam and then your normal black vinyl, which is about 1mm. So what I did was I went down to the yard and I bought a new piece of hardboard. As you can see, this one has seen better days. It's got wet inside the door. It's all warped. So I'm going to make a new one, and I'm not going to put the old handles back on. I'm going to make it look like the lightweight door, and I'm going to do all that hopefully without spending nearly any money at all. I'm going to take these bits of trim off the edge. There's a little bit of sort of vinyl capping, and I'm going to fix those onto my new door cards. And then tonight on the internet I'm going to order some new studs to fix it into the holes that are in the door panels. And that's it. You know, that's about all I need. I need a bit of vinyl, I'll order that. I need a bit of foam, I'll order that. And I'm going to use a cordless drill to make all the relevant holes that I need for the door. So I've lined up the old board with the edge of the new piece of hardboard, so I don't have to cut one side. I marked around the edge all the way around with a pencil. I marked that hole there, which I think is where the rod for opening the door goes, and of course I marked here which is where the window winder went. All the other holes I don't think I need. These are fixings for the door handle, and they run down I think to there or up to here. Yeah, up to here. Down the bottom is the pocket. I don't think I need any of that. So I know I will need some of these small holes around the edge, and these are the ones where the special upholstery clips go. Now there's one there, that's a universal item not made by Porsche. Hope you can see it. And there were only 3 of those on the old board, but I'll have a look on the door and see how many of these holes I'm going to need to fit the new card on. So without the door handle, which obviously, and the pocket all fixed it on, we might need slightly more than 3. So we won't reuse the old ones, but nevertheless they're going to be the same as that. And now of course I want to use this as the template and cut around the edge, and I think we all know that you can cut hardboard quite easily with 2 or 3 passes of a Stanley knife. So I've now found that I misled you when I said you cut with a Stanley knife 2 or 3 times and you can cut through this hardboard. It actually takes 8 or 10 times, and I made sure that I didn't get impatient and bend it on the end to break it, because I won't get a nice strong or clean cut. I'm just going to keep on cutting at it. So this is my new toy, 4 amp hour batteries. So that's improved a lot from the 1.8 that they used to be. So this is a good one. And I got frustrated because I've got 2 drills in the garage. Each one came with 2 batteries. The motors are still fine, and not one of those 4 batteries works any longer. I've worn them all out. And for those of you who are thinking about an electric car, don't forget that they're the same types of batteries that you get in the really upmarket Teslas. So the battery technology there you go. It's not currently quite as good as the electric motor technology. So I'm back now and I want to get these door cards finished, and I've been waiting for some materials to turn up. So if you remember, I made the cards and a lot of the clips that held the door on before were broken, and also we want some more to fix it around the bottom. So the first thing I did was, I hope you can see this, I ordered up some new 9mm clips. Now, a little bag like that cost only £2. If you order them from Porsche, or a Porsche supplier, if you can see this, they're slightly different to the ones that you buy. This one's a little bit broken, but you can see that on the back it's not round. It's got some straight sides to it. This bottom bit is broken off there. So the new ones that I bought don't look exactly like that, and I don't know where they fit, but on the Porsche that is difficult to get into that piece of hardboard. So what I did, because these were so cheap, so I just took a strong pair of scissors and I cut it like that. Then the other side, no, one more try, there we go. Now that is one made to measure for Porsche. So it was pretty easy, wasn't it? Could tidy that one up, not quite done right there. There we go. So there's a Porsche one. So I need 9 round each one. I'll cut those. What else have I done? I bought some foam. It's called scrim foam, 3mm. There it is there. There's a piece cut the right size for the trim card. And this is a very superior piece of foam. It's got a sort of a backing on one side, foam on the other. Now I'm not sure which way you want to use it, but I decided to use it like that because it's going to glue on better on that side, and that's the same thickness as original. Then you have the foam ring which goes under the window winder, if you have manual window winders. That goes on top, and then after that we put on the black vinyl. Now the sum total of that foam, the black vinyl and a tin of spray is honestly about £15, and you know, I hope this project doesn't make me look stupid, but it does look quite straightforward, and so I'm going to go ahead now and try and fit one up. So here we go with the heavy duty spray adhesive, which is what carpet fitters use. So now I've got the vinyl ready to go, and I don't know if you can see, I've cut it a couple of centimetres larger than the board in all directions. I can easily trim it once it's on, and the idea is that it is turned over around the back of the board and then stapled. And when you put it on, you also have to put this piece over the hole where the windscreen winder is going to go. Never quite understood why those are there, but anyway, they always seem to be there, so got to put that under there. And normally that vinyl is not glued down, it's just held by the staples that are around the back. And on the Porsche it's a particularly easy job because we also have got these trims that come round. So there's one at the front, there's one at the back, and along the top is the door capping. So all the exposed corners of the vinyl are going to be covered by this trim, and that is also stapled on the back. So can't quite see yet how I can go wrong. So now I've said that, I'm sure I will. Let's have a go. Okay, well, you remember earlier I said that I thought this was going to be an easy job. Well, of course, as you can imagine, that has been the death knell for it. I made a complete balls up, and I bought staples that were the wrong size for the staple gun. You see, I had this super duper heavy duty professional one, and they didn't fit in. But fortunately, I also had this rather plasticky, rubbishy one that my wife has been using for little craft projects at school, and they fit perfectly. So I've got lightweight 4mm staples in the Mickey Mouse stapler, and we've been saved. The job is now going pretty great, you know. So I'm going to go along the edge. I'm trying to do a good job of it. I'm pulling it a little bit tight as I go. There we go. Okay, so this is the second rubbing strip or trim strip that's going around the edge, and I've looked on the other side and I know I want them tight. So that's the first board done. I hope you can see it. Foam's underneath there. It's nice and tight round. You can see the strip around the edge. Same at the other side. Now all I've got to do is fit on the special leather straps that I've bought to create the RS effect, and that will be one ready for the car. Great, let's get on with the other one. I enjoyed that. Probably took me about 15-20 minutes after I'd messed around finding the right stapler. But no, that was a good job. I liked it. It went quite well. And I suppose the total cost of that was £3 for the bit of board and probably another £5 for the foam and the vinyl. Plus, I must admit, I bought the correct handles, the RS handles. And the two of those are turning up and including postage, they're costing £36 with a little chrome bezel. So I'm going to put those on and then show you the finished product. So before I cut my new door panel, I wanted to make sure that I'd got it in the right place. So I tried this a couple of times. So I fitted the leather strap and I put it through a very convenient little oval hole that was already in the inside of the door. And from there it goes straight across. And it is connected with that little keychain clip, reusable clip at the other end onto the door mechanism. So when I pull this piece of leather from inside the car, you can hear that is opening the catch mechanism inside the door. So I've tried that, I know it works. This screw here is only a self-tapper. So I was very careful to make a hole that was a good fixing, not too big. And I actually managed to distend that metal a little bit so that the screw is holding on a piece of metal that is thicker by making a small hole and then putting a self-tapping screw in there before I put the correct fixing. So that should be pretty good. So with that all set, I then put the door panel back on, and with this tape I measured quite simply where that oval hole in the center of the metal of the door was, marked it on that piece of tape. So that is exactly where I want that clip to be fitted, and when that is there, the leather is going to hoop through there. That will be bent back underneath the panel, and hopefully that is going to open the door. So there it is, as you can see, that is the RS or Rennsport lightweight door panel all finished. I've put the screw in, and when you pull the handle, you might just be able to hear that is the door catch operating. So one more to do. When the door has all been sprayed Grand Prix white, it will have the door capping along the top, and that is the door finished. That was a pretty easy project and very satisfying. It didn't take more than probably an hour a card, and it's definitely something you can do yourself for nearly nothing. Thanks for watching.